Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some maintenance on the pickup over here and doing some odds and ends. You asked for it. I did put a poll up on the Instagram and I think like 100% people said yes. So that's what we're doing. Today we're doing some maintenance on that. So what's really wrong with it is front left CV, center diff, no, not center diff, what's the center bearing, yep, where the prop shaft goes. HT leads, ignition module, and ignition coil. So I've never done this before. I just took it apart, ordered some parts, and now we're gonna hop back onto it and put them in, hopefully, and it should start, I think. That's the idea. No idea if it's gonna work. Honestly, no idea. The GoPro is not dead, it's still alive, so we're just gonna use it. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing and then time lapse, because it's just, I don't know if you guys wanna just sit there and watch me chat shit, but I mean, hey, that's what the plan is for today. Hopefully this is running by the end of today. If not, then I tried, but that's the plan. Let's hop straight into it, guys. Okay, so welcome to the engine bay, guys. This is basically what we're dealing with. You can see these HT leads are absolutely buggered. I mean, I don't even know. The guy who had this before me, everything was kind of just like, oh, yeah, just gonna send that. Basically, the guy who had this before me just made things work and didn't really fix things and do it properly. That's why new HT leads, new ignition coil, new ignition module. It's gonna be brand new basically again. Like once I'm done with this pickup, it's literally gonna be insane. So you know what, without further ado, I think I'm first gonna take off the intake pipe so I can get through and change all of the HT leads, and then move my way down into the coil and then onto the ignition module and wire everything up in the engine bay. Time lapse with this bad boy because it's working again, and then we're gonna hop onto the other stuff, which is the center bearing and some other stuff, I think. Anyway, let's send it. Okay, so now that we have the ignition cables on, or HT leads as I like to refer to them as, I've wired in the ignition coil. I'm going to find a place for that to go back onto its spot over here, and then wire in where it gets power from, and then put the ignition module back up there, and then we're going to turn it over and see if it goes tick tick boom, or I have failed. So either way, let's see what happens. Right, we've finished in the engine bay, I think. So, new HT leads, new ignition coil, new ignition module. Just gonna send it. Need to put back the what you call it? What's the intake pipe? Quickly, let me do it. Something like that. Just like that. It's back in. Technically speaking, I'm just gonna quickly tighten up all these little bolts here now. These little clamps, because these things are important, so to make sure that you suck in air and nothing else. But technically speaking, we should have push start and go, and then we can hop onto that center bearing on the prop shaft, which I think is gonna be a little bit hard of a job, but nothing too hard. I think I'm gonna have to just take off the whole prop shaft slider out, and then yeah, and I'm pretty sure only problem now is with that prop shaft is I think I might leak from the transmission. But anyway, let's turn the key and see if this thing starts. Okay, into the car, ignition on, heard the ignition coil, we're in neutral. There we go, and just like that we have fire. So much better. Need a little warm up of it. There we go, that's how you warm up a cold engine. Not bad at all. Okay, so now that we know it's running, the next thing is we're gonna have to climb under the vehicle and basically, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I honestly don't. Pick this thing up and put this into where the prop shaft basically goes. It's gonna be under there. There it is, the center bearing. So I'm gonna have a look around quickly and then see how it goes. But let's give this thing a bit of a rev. Let's see some revs. Mint. Send that. We love it. Oh, shit boxes are so cool. Gotta love it daily. So let's cut it off and see what we can do with that center bearing. Okay, so it looks like the GoPro died again, but what we're gonna have to do is there's 2 bolts on top of the, up top there, that hold the center bearing in, one on each side. So I'm gonna take them off. There's one like there, and then I have to take off the back prop shaft where it connects there to the diff. So I'm gonna start probably in the front over here, then jack the car up, then get some action over there. So let's start right over here. I'm just gonna probably put the phone down and record because the GoPro is dead. So because we have got that side done, now what I'm going to do is loosen up the rear. So I'm probably just going to lift up the back of it on a jack just to make my life a bit easier to get to access that. Or I'm just going to probably lie down and do it without doing a jack. But anyway, let's get that off. Okay guys, wow, I've been struggling so much with this center bearing. What I think I'm going to do is just take out the universal joint. I've been trying to loosen that without taking the universal joint out. I just don't have enough leverage with the spanner, and I just can't seem to basically hold this down nicely. I'm going to try again a few more times before I take out the whole universal joint. But yeah, jeepers creepers, I've been struggling so much. But let's try again and see what I can do. Okay, right, I've basically started taking off this, cheapers, bless me, taking off this universal joint. You have to start by taking off these circlips that hold it in, and then basically hitting it in through the one side. I'm going to try and film the other one over here. So because I'm only going to take off the one half, then kind of refurbish the U-Gem, put it back in. I don't think this universal joint, there's anything wrong with it. I'm just going to put it back together, re-grease it up. I've got a grease gun over there. There's grease up there as well, and yeah, it should be perfect. So I'm basically just gonna, I'll put you on time lapse to showing you. It's just a process of me basically hitting this, turn it around, hit it back out, and that's basically it. So let me show you how to do that. Wow, what a mission. Today's completely gone like off the record. Wow, I had to come and get another universal joint. It was an absolute mission because mine was haggard. I kind of should have just bought one while I was at the flipping parts store the other day. And yeah, but anyway, got the universal joint, did some shopping, and now on our way home now to go and reinstall the center bearing and what else? Center bearing, prop shaft, everything else, and we should be good to go. And with a new UJ. Wow. And out of nowhere in the vlog, a beautiful 86 appears. I'm joking, that's mine. Man, it looks good in the sun. Oh my gosh. I haven't driven this in for so long, forever. I've just been driving around the pickup, my daily. But it also looks like someone doored my door, like who parked next to me, not this guy, some other asshole. But hey, people can't have nice things. Look at the cruiser though, dope cruiser. But yeah, I guess let's go home and install that stupid universal joint. I guess I should show everyone what the universal joint is. This is the universal joint. Here's the little grease nipple, and here it is in all of its glory. There it is right there. So that is going to be put in the car as soon as we get home. This is the road. Let's go. You know what they say, eh? When there's a tunnel, just gotta sand that. Let's get some space and let's give it some beans in the tunnel, boys. Oh, we love it. We love it. Woo. Naughty. Don't we just love a bit of a tunnel action? And this is the dam wall, by the way. If I don't think I've ever shown you guys. This is where I live, on the other side of the dam. This was built in like early 1900s, late 1800s by prisoners of war, World War I time. So yeah, pretty interesting. Like a copy of the thing in France, in Paris, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're back from the shops. I'm going to put this new center bearing onto the end of this prop shaft, slide it on like that. Remember, copious amounts of grease. Grease, not grease. The old one, new one, old one, new one. So yeah, I'm going to put you down over there. Then let me grease this bad boy up, slide that on, then put this end of the whatever this thing is where the universal joint goes inside you, which I've got a new one over there, and wearing gloves for once in my life. China would be proud. So let's grease this bad boy up over there, put this on, and try assemble it with the new UJ. Let's send it. So this guy's an idiot. Drove all the way there. Luckily, I had to do some shopping, so it wasn't a waste of a trip. But the UJ is the wrong size. So yeah, I basically just took the old one apart, packed it with grease, serviced it, and we're gonna put it back into the truck now. Not even asked to go and get a new one. No. Packed that thing properly full of grease, and now we're gonna put this back where it belongs. Oh, so how's it to the cat? Okay. Okay, no, not happy. So before we do this, put these little washers on the end of where it connects to the diff, and hop under the truck and send it. And just like that, guys, we're done. Pickup is back to running and starting amazingly, driving amazingly. First click, go, no problem. All I need to do is a front left CV. But besides that, this thing is working like an absolute charm. So stoked. This has literally just become my daily, and I'm loving it because I can just drive it anywhere. Don't worry if it gets dented. Don't worry if like something happens to it, because parts are so cheap. Everything's so cheap on it, and working on this just essentially makes me better at what I'm doing. So it's like a win-win situation all the time. And sorry I cut off that last bit short. I mean, nobody wants to see me bolting in a bloody prop shaft off a 2004 Mitsubishi Colt. Like, nobody cares. As always, guys, I think that is literally going to wrap up today's video. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all those good things. And don't forget to always send it. Thanks, guys. Catch you in the next one.